Hey everyone, got something new today. In fact, this is something so new you've never seen it before. This is going to be a 45-degree vice stop mod for the 4x6 bandsaw. I'll just point out here that I'm going to give you the thought process, and then I'm going to show you the parts, install it, and demonstrate it. And then after that, I'll put in all those machining clips and some music like I always do. You don't have to watch that if you don't want to. The main content is in this first section of the video. Now, if you've seen my 4x6 Bandsaw series of videos, there's a setup guide, there's a review, there's a dozen minor mods, just little things that I've added to it. They're all very simple. They're meant to be simple. That's on purpose. One of those mods was this thing here. That's a 90-degree stop for the vise. Dead simple. And it's just a flat piece of aluminium, 2 holes, 2 screws, and boom. And it's adjustable and easily repeatable. So that's 90 degrees, but what about 45 degrees? That's a different story altogether. Now, out of the box, the saw comes with this thing. It's a little aluminium scale. That's taped on the side of the machine there somewhere. And you're meant to undo the vise here, move it along, and then somewhere around here, you just sort of have to guess what it's pointing at. Well, obviously that's no good. It's just not repeatable. It's not precise. Now, this really came to a head last week when I was cutting all this square tubing up in preparation for teaching myself how to weld. I used what I normally use, something like that, and I do my cuts. And I didn't do any test cuts. I just started cutting all the pieces. And sure enough, when I was finished, I put these 3 together. And if I put a 4th one across the top, it's about 1/4 inch too wide. So I got it wrong. And I thought, God, I really need to sort this out and come up with a 45-degree stop that's adjustable, repeatable, and very, very simple. And I've finally done that. So that's what this video is about. All right, the first part, 1 screw. Second part is another screw. And the third part is a little nylon washer. The 4th part is a piece of the same type of aluminium that I used for that. Just get it at the hardware store. And the other part is this. That's actually aluminium angle, also from the hardware store. And in this case, I wanted them to be as thick as possible, and 3 millimeters is typically the thickest ones you can get. So both of these were 3 millimeters. This was actually a 50 by 50, and I cut it down. If you get one smaller, they tend to be thinner. This part here, I milled out a little corner there. It's got a hole drilled in it. This part, I milled these little slots into it, and these 2 holes are tapped. They're all M5s. All right, shall we put it together and see how it works? Okay, just need a few simple tools to put this all together. I'll push my little tray mod through. Now, the eagle-eyed amongst you will have spotted that there's these 2 bolts that hold this thing in place. And that was part of this idea. I was like, oh, there's 2 bolts. I don't even have to drill for this. This screw has been turned down just to be a set diameter of 8 millimeter and a set length so it doesn't stick out the other side. And when I tapped these holes, I used the second of the 3 taps. That gives you a bit of a taper in the hole, and I didn't go all the way through. I left it a little bit firm on the far side here. So I could put some Loctite in here, but I don't really need to. Now this other screw goes right here. Put the nylon washer on. Now I'm just going to wind this tight until friction just starts to grab this. And the fact that this is aluminium rubbing on the aluminium, don't care at all. Doesn't matter. There. There we go, Rob's 45-degree vice stop in all its glory. Now let's mount it on the machine. All we do is we slot this in here. There we go. It's not too hard. Flip that one down. If you've seen my videos, you'll recognize that this bracket here has been spun around. Gives you an extra 40 or 50 millimeters of tension on the spring, which is quite useful and doesn't get in the way of this mod. So you may have already noticed that those slots give me about 1 centimeter of adjustability back and forth. I cut the slots in underneath so that I could install it without removing these bolts, especially that one, because this whole thing has to then be stretched on again, and it's just easier to cut the slots in there. And the other obvious thing is this bit here. You can see how it flips down, and it conveniently rests on there so it doesn't fall through. You can reach behind and pick it up and move it against that stop. So far, so good. And I'll show you how I came up with this idea in the first place. I was actually doing these cut with this, right? And it was sticking out the back. And I thought, maybe I could use that to extend this far enough over the back edge that I could actually have a stop for the vise at 45 degrees. So that's a good idea. And I just need to make sure that I keep the piece on hand and that it's a set width so that when it hits, that's the 45 degrees, right? If you've got one of these saws, you'd recognize this part. This gets held into a little hole up here with a grub screw on the front, and you use it to repeatedly cut items of the same length. So I'm thinking, well, there's my rod. It lives with the machine. It's always there. Now, this adjustable handle mod from my last video is also extremely valuable. It makes this whole process so much easier. Now, you've already guessed how this works. If I want to switch from 90 degrees to 45 degrees, all I have to do is this. Undo the handle, get the rod that lives under here, hold it there, flip that up, move this around, and tighten up the handle. Take that away, and we're done. And that's fully adjustable. If you ever make changes to this or your blade or anything, you can adjust that back to suit. So how great is that? Very great, I say. And obviously, once we're finished, get back to 90 degrees is dead simple. So there we go. That's 1, 2, 3 mods from my 4x6 Bandsaw series. Watch the rest if you haven't seen them already. I'm going to go and adjust this now. I'll just do repeat cuts until I get it exactly right. Now, if you stick around past the end of this, you can see all the machining clips. Obviously, there's not much to it, but, you know, it's fun to watch. I'll put in some music as well. All right, if you like anything you saw here today, give me a like, subscribe, share the video, comment, let me know how I'm doing, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. It sits on top of that. Pick it up to there. Yeah. I'll probably do that one. I like the idea of using this as the sort of the stop. I'm going to go just above the thing. Doesn't have to be this big, but something like that. So we'll start by cutting across. Let's do that. So I've got this piece, and I think I really need to cut the tab in here. Pick it up a little bit. And let's do it with the 8 or 10 mil again. So get a little corner in there. Like that. Up, down. That's nice. Right, so that was just that little chamfer there. And then when it's out, I want it to sit basically like that. So I'm going to draw another blue line. So now I just need to go up there and figure out where the hole has to go so that it goes into those two positions. Well, that goes a long way in. Let's try putting that into something or other. I'll just carefully tweak it up into this. And then we'll run that down onto the spot. So I'm making a little hole and then backing off slightly so that I can spin it. And it ends up in exactly the same spot. That's our hole. Get it that the first one's tapered quite far, long taper, but it's not steep, whereas the second one's got more of a steep taper. I'm going to try the second one. And it tightens up right there. So I'm thinking I can just jam it in the rest of the way and use some of that friction to hold it. So all I want to do is turn the head off this a little bit. Like it's 841, it's 797 there. Yeah, I want to take it down basically to 8. And it's going to be here. And so 4 millimeters to the side of that line is the hole, correct? That angle there. Got it just right. So it's vertical. That's pretty good. That's very simple. Simple idea. All right, there we go. That's good enough. It's far better than it was. And so I'm happy with that. We'll just finish this off with some video of the device installed. All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.